Finding the right holster can be a major dilemma, especially if you're concealed carrying and you're carrying every day. Me personally, my waking hours, I have a firearm on me or very close at hand. There are so many different companies out there making holsters that it can be a real chore. Number two, and this is as far as me, being a gun reviewer, I get a lot of requests for holster reviews because there's so many different companies out there, and really there's a lot of guys that are making them right there at home in their garage. They have the tools, and there's a lot of really good holsters coming out. But for me, I'm really looking for something really super unique before I'm going to present it to you guys. Because holsters are a personal preference. There are so many different styles. So the guys from Alien Holsters, and that's what we have right here, Alien Gear Holsters, they've really put on a big marketing campaign. I've seen a lot of their ads. They look really slick. They look like they know what they're doing, but the prices are so cheap. Honestly, I've not really even been slightly interested, just because I do have a number of holsters. And so when the guys at Alien Holsters got in touch, I really thought, well, I'm just going to go to their website because I haven't really checked out their website. And let me tell you guys, if for nothing else, they have holsters for every make and model of pistol that's currently being made. I mean, there may be a couple that slipped through what I could see, but from everything I've seen, if you have a gun that's a little unusual, they've got the holster for it. And so that got me started. And I thought, you know what? I've got my new CZ Rammy I need to get a holster for. I had my HK P30 and my Walther PPQ. I said, hey guys, tell you what, you've got 3 different styles. I have 3 different pistols that I could use a new holster for. And I said, I will check it out. And sure enough, the guys got these holsters right out to me. And we're going to look at these because I think there's a lot of cool things about these holsters that's going to really pique your interest. It has mine. Alien Gear Holsters produces 3 different styles of holster. Their very first one was the Cloak Tuck. And this is a hybrid holster system. It has the leather, a very high quality leather backing with the Kydex sheath. And then, of course, we have clips. And there's a number of different style clips. We'll get into that in a minute. Next, they have their outside the waistband holster system. This is also a leather backing. This gets the weight distributed evenly on your waist. And then we have a Kydex sheath here. And then we have the new Cloak Tuck 2.0. And this is a neoprene synthetic backing with a Kydex sheath and, of course, your clips here. Now, one of the things that I like to do is to really test out the gear. I don't like to pull these out of a box, look at all the details, and then put it on video. That's not what this is about. I like to take gear, test it out, wear it. I've had these holsters for 2 months. And a couple of weeks ago, we had a large week event that I was running some security on. And so it gave me a chance to really have these holsters in full action for all day long. And so for a number of days, at least 2 days for each piece, I wore these to test out all the things that I thought about it, what I liked about it. And so I'm going to share those with you, each and every one. Okay, this is their original Cloak Tuck design. And of course we have a Walther PPQ in here, and we're going to go ahead and double check to make sure the gun isn't loaded. And it is. The Cloak Tuck has a nice Kydex sheath system, and then of course with the leather backing, that's on the back as well. Now you're going to notice here when you look at it that this has a lot of scuffs on it because I've used it quite a bit. And drawing it in and out, and of course just wearing it static. One of the things you're going to find out about leather though is that leather does attract perspiration. If you're wearing this all day, you need to really wear a t-shirt under it. The rivets are secured, and the holster is easily removed with a hex wrench, which we're going to look at that in a minute. They include that with the holster. And the finish on the Kydex is nice. It's a decent mil thickness. And it's just really a nice overall holster. It wears very comfortably. And this is really what they got their company started on. This holster particularly is really reasonable. It's around the $30 price. So, I mean, $30 for leather and Kydex, it's pretty hard to beat. Now, a couple of the features about this is that you can change the height that this rides. And if you look here, there are 3 rivets here. And these clips can be moved higher or lower to adjust where the gun rides in your belt. Also, you can bring one down and raise one up, and you can adjust the cant that way. So these are pretty flexible, a very neat design. The gun fits very well, it's very secure. One of the things also is that there are spacers under here, and you can tighten or loosen these down. And so the rubber spacers keep this very cushioned, but it also gives it a tight squeeze if you need it. But I really like being able to adjust my retention. And we're going to check the Rammy to make sure it is unloaded, and it is. This was a very comfortable holster to wear. It is black on black, which the black runs a little bit more expensive, but it has a nice leather, high quality backing with the black Kydex. And one of the things about this holster has the loops on the back to go through your belt. This was a very comfortable holster. I like wearing outside the waistband. I mean, it is the most comfortable. It's not as easy to conceal as your inside the waistband. The shirt that I had on just flowed right over it, so it was no big deal. And this was a really comfortable system. But again, it's not going to be as concealable as your inside the waistband. The Cloak Tuck 2.0 with the HK P30. And we're going to double check, make sure the gun is unloaded. This has the black Kydex sheath, has a neoprene synthetic finish. Now, when I first opened this package, I wasn't very impressed. I like leather. I like the way this felt. It was good, high quality leather. But this is so lightweight. And so I was really looking forward to checking this out, especially with the P30, because it's a full-size pistol pretty much. And so wearing this one all day long, it was unbelievably comfortable. In fact, out of all the holsters, this ended up being my favorite. Even with the large pistol in here, the way it rode on my belt, it distributed the weight across my waist, and with this lightweight neoprene finish on here, and you can see it's almost like a dive suit. It's such a, it wicks the moisture off your body. It was, again, very hot, and I had no issues whatsoever right against my bare skin. And the holster is a lot lighter than the original. We're at 7.8 ounces with the original, 5.4 with the new 2.0. That's a considerable weight difference, especially all day long. And of course, for reference sake, we want to go ahead and do the outside the waistband, 5.7 ounces. And one of the cool things about this system is you get an accessory pack that comes with the holster. And multiple screws, you have different size spacers, you even have an Allen wrench to be able to change things out. You get your shell, then you get your backing, and it's whatever you choose. And you get a choice of the different clips. You have your metal clip, which you have a large that fits a 1 3/4 inch belt, and here is it on the belt. Then you have your standard metal clip, which will fit up to 1 1/2 inch belt. Then you have your standard nylon clip, and this one fits over the belt, and it clips right here at the bottom. You have your C-clip, which actually is more concealable because you have this open end. So you have just a little clip here and here, and that's all you can see visibly. And then you have your J-clip. And your J-clip is your most concealable. As you can see right here, it rides just under the belt lip, and then actually the weight rests on your pants. So these are just some of the options that you have. And to me, this is a pretty cool little system. You can take this and make it your own. And you know, with concealed carry, there's so many different ways to carry, so many different body styles and types and experiences, that this really helps you to hone in on what you really like. And then last but not least, you have your standard leather loop. And this can fit, especially if you want something securely all the way around your belt. This works really great. Now, one of the things about the 2.0 is that this material is extremely flexible. And so it's not going to require any break-in like your leather will. But also, what's really cool about it, it's not floppy. There is an ABS polymer insert inside here that's going to give you rigidity top to bottom. And that's going to help with your holster. Here, you're going to still have that really soft, flexible feel to it. And that's going to ride on your belt very nicely. But back here, this is a very soft neoprene. And this is going to ride really nice right next to your skin. So it's going to also wick away moisture and sweat. It's waterproof, and so it's really going to help. I really like this system, and of course, I really like the weight. Now, if you're like me, I like to have an option of outside the waistband and inside the waistband from the same pistol. And then you're having to buy extra holsters. Well, the one thing that's really kind of cool about this system is that you can buy your outside the waistband right here with the shell. You've got your Rammy on your hip, but the Rammy is really great for concealed carry. So let's say I want to have a concealed carry option. You easily remove these 4 screws with a hex wrench, then take your shell and it fits right on the hybrid inside the waistband cloak tuck holster. Just get them screwed into place. And then I have a whole different setup, and now I even have my C-clips in here as well. So this really makes this a really modular system. And they do offer a concealed carry package with the outside the waistband holster system, and they have the leather for your inside the waistband. So all you have to do is change your shell over from one to the other, and it makes it really simple to have a very versatile holster system. And that means without buying 2 separate holsters. Tension can be loosened or tightened right here because of that neoprene spacer. And so that allows you to get your holster just at the right tension that you like it. And really it's pretty easy to go ahead and switch these shells out. So we can go from the original setup to a completely different configuration in just a matter of seconds. Now there are a ton of different type styles of concealed carry options out there, and I utilize others rather than just the hybrid. But I do find that the hybrid has a really strong place, especially if you're carrying all day long and you're in a different type situation where you're standing a lot. It's really nice to have a good hybrid holster to just even out the weight. And of course, on your belt, being able to have that separate option at the range or whatever you're doing with your carrying, I think this gives you a lot of really cool options. I still use small inside the waistband holsters as well. So guys, if you're a concealed carry holder, it's really important to have the right system, because if a holster's uncomfortable or if it's just too expensive for you to afford, this is a great way to get into a nice holster system at a reasonable price. In fact, these holsters start at $29.95. The original Cloak holster. This is with leather. $29.95, and then if you get the black leather, it's $34.95. It's just a $5 difference. Now the Cloak Tuck 2.0 runs $35.88, and then you have your standard outside the waistband. It's $29.88 in brown, $34.88 in black. And of course there are combinations of the two, which if you get the 2 combinations, they start at 45 bucks. That's a great price. That most of your Kydex holsters are running more than that right now. So again, while I first saw Alien holsters, I thought slick marketing, I don't really know if the quality is going to be there. Guys, to my surprise, just to be quite honest, these are really nice, excellent holster systems, high quality, and you get a ton of different features and options. If you're looking for a good quality holster for a decent price, I think Alien Gear is fantastic. But if you have a specific type pistol, Alien Gear makes it for about everything. I mean, the CZ Rammy, that's just incredible. The P30 and then the PPQ. These are not everyday holster options, so it's just great to have a source that you can get any type holster for about any type pistol. Now also, these holsters are made in the USA, which is a big, huge plus. They also have the ironclad guarantee, which this is really pretty phenomenal. The holster system, if you get it and it's not the most comfortable holster that you've worn with quality, you can send it back and they'll give you your money back, no questions asked. And number 2, they do free trades for life, which I don't know how they do this, guys, but if you buy the holster and then you buy a different gun, you can take the shell, send it back to Alien Gear Holsters, and they'll send you a brand new replacement shell to fit the new pistol at no charge. That's incredible. Then they have a lifetime warranty. And if anything, and they call it the forever warranty. If anything goes wrong with your holster, breaks, they'll replace it or repair it, no charge. So guys, I think that Alien Holster is really trying to do everything they can to get your holster business. And to me, they're putting out some really good products. Now go to aliengearholsters.com if you want to check out these holsters. There are 3 different styles. I really want to recommend the Cloak Tuck 2.0. I think it's a great holster for an inside the waistband. The outside the waistband holster they offer as well is excellent. But you can look at all the different models. I'm telling you guys, I think they've got every pistol that's available out there. And I don't know how they do it, to be honest with you, especially for this price. I mean, around $30, you can get a really great holster, $30, $35. That is really excellent. Also, check out their YouTube channel. I have a link down below. I also have a link to aliengearholsters.com website, and you can check it out. One of the good things about their YouTube channel is that their videos are excellently done. It goes into how to insert the holster, how to change things out, all the different details. So I think you're going to find a lot of information on there if you choose to go with Alien Gear Holsters. It will give you a lot of information before you make your purchase. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. Is a card. It's almost a polymer, what kind of, it's really important to have that system that you like that'll let you, it's really important to have that comfort down, guys, because you need to have this holster. $29.95, is that right? Be the same thing with my Walther PPQ. That's not the Walther.